should have stole the snare though.
Snare is sweet.
Right? That bass player is getting it right now.
Bruh. Sample this one. Definitely sample that one.
Really wish I would have gotten to this one. It's like I hear it already. Man, I would have wished I got this one.
Man, like, I was on it. I would have definitely took this.
Man.
Put your quarter up.
Jesus Christ.
That's my new ringtone.
sampled this track? Who used this in a song? I've heard this.
I would have
Put your quarter
somebody.
up. It was MF Doom, Aesop Rock, and Slug. Put your quarter up.
Oh, that's
The young
right.
man stepped into the hall
I
of
thought you was gonna
mirrors,
say somebody like Skrillex
Mole
or
Man.
fucking
Who's
Dead
not
Mouse
Mole
or
Man?
some shit.
a reflection of himself.
No, it was Mole Man.
Even the greatest
Was it Panic? Panic was the one who
Yeah, Panic one.
themselves in the looking
Nah, it was Tron.
glass. Even the greatest stars
Crazy.
discover themselves in the looking glass.
Scooby Doo.
Just that piece alone.
Scooby, Scooby Doo, looking for you. Scooby, Scooby Doo, where are you? All
Crazy.
the stars are here, waiting for you. Couldn't have a show without you. Scooby, Scooby Doo, Scooby, Scooby Doo. Scooby, Scooby Doo, Scooby, Scooby Doo.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right.
I had time.
That one's clean.
That is.
I would have flipped this if I had time.
Woo.
That Air?
That's fire.
I don't know what it is.
That's gotta be Air, right? It's gotta be the French band Air.
Whatever it is, I dig it.
Yeah, no, that's Air from Moon Safari.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, I had enough time. Might still put that.
Good God.
Hey. Okay. gotta
Yeah, it really is.
this
Yo, this is low hanging fruit.
value.
Ops. Yep. 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 I sampled this like 5 years ago. This group is what, the Fifth Dimension, right? Or Fifth Element or something like that? 21st Century, never mind.
Like a perfect loop, bro. Like it's the perfect
I mean,
loop.
you gotta thank Kanye for that, man.
Yeah, it's a perfect loop, bro. Like it's crazy.
But yo, the 21st century has a habit of doing that shit, man. Just running back whatchamacallit, running back reruns of older tracks.
Was that wait? They covered an older track.
Yeah, they always do that. They did a cover for Barbra Streisand too.
That track that they covered, so that was Jackson 5, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
No, it was before them. I forgot who the original joint was from, but yeah, they do a lot of covering.
Yeah,
Even the Barbra Streisand joint, man.
yeah,
Damn, they did Barbra Streisand. I had no idea.
yeah.
Well, they, you hear that one.
They got crazy, they got crazy range, bro. Crazy range, like
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what Kanye sampled, of course, as well, right? With the "Aha, Honey." I mean, that's where my mind went right away. But how many other people have flipped that one?
Shit. Like I said,
Before Kanye, I don't think there was anybody, bro.
there was probably a few folks, we just never realized it. But I mean, like I said, I only flipped that joint maybe 5 years
Can't
ago.
name them.
I can't name them now
Right.
because I gotta think about them.
Right. So Kanye got the biggest influence on that shit. So shit, that's Kanye.
Because it's Kanye. I mean, we listen to anything he puts out.
Yeah. I got you right.
Yeah. But yeah, 21st century is them folks, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anyone sample the Scooby Doo? Because I've heard that Scooby Doo. I've heard someone like, I don't know, it was like Pharoah Monch, but it wasn't Pharoah Monch, like rapping.
That was supposed to be the original track, right?
Yeah, well, it was one of the last tracks. It's the and it goes into the usual Scooby. Yeah, but the thing before that, where it builds up with the horns and the scary sounding part. I mean, is that part of the theme? And I just forgot about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's the
that's all
original
a part
track
of it.
before the one we all knew.
Yeah,
Oh.
they always do little edits to fit the actual TV shows. So sometimes the original
ooh.
recording might be 2 minutes long, when it's chopped up into
There you go.
30-second.
I
mixes.
did sample that. I did sample that.
Okay.
I did. Now that I just looked, yeah, I did sample.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, and to answer Noob's question, we are live again on multiple streaming channels. We'll see how long my my computer can hold out, but let's but I'm recording this on Zoom as well, so this will be we can repost it if the current live stream doesn't work out. But who wants to set it off? Global Beat Cipher number 106. Don't be afraid now. And I sent my flips and Procnus's flips to several folks in here because I'm worried if I open up another application on my computer, it's gonna explode or something.
I'll do it.
Good God, man. God,
I'll
Lord.
set it
Oh,
up.
Drasmatic. Drasmatic going first.
Let's go,
Yep.
Trash.
All right, Traz, it's on you. It should be yep, you should be able to share.
Dope.
But Brain, there we go. Cool.
New SETI second. Let's go.
You hear that?
Yo.
I'll play the whole thing. I'll cut it. All right.
Yee.
That's
It's groovy as a motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Sick. Hey.
You mixed up hell of the different samples. Was that 2 or 3 of them combined?
That was 2 of them. I chopped the original sample about 6 or 7 times for the verse. Then I
Nice.
got the air horn, I guess the cell phone sounding sample, the one that Madlib has used. I kind of put that off time a little bit just to create an effect. So
Fire.
Start
Well, thank
shopping.
you for setting it off. All right, who is next? I have no concept of the list because I've been going.
I'll
in
go
and out of
next.
the Zoom.
I'll put down
All right.
second.
All right,
No one
new.
else has jumped in.
Yep.
Cool. Sorry, that'll do.
That was fire.
Thanks.
Oh, you got the
First
stupid
one
bangers thing going on right now.
First track I did entirely in the 404, so forgive it if it's a little bit rough.
No forgiveness needed. That was fire.
Thanks.
All right, who's got next?
Fine. I guess I'll go next.
Yeet.
I was gonna hold off, but whatever.
What up, Solo? You waiting for me?
Okay, Ram can go first. Then cool.
Want me to go first?
Go.
Sure, go first.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
All right.
All right. There we go. Okay. So I got two of them.
Play as many flips as you like. These are both sample pack flips.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. All right. There we go. This one, and then I got this one.
That was wild. That was a sample pack flip.
Yeah.
That's from this week's sample pack.
Yeah.
Jeez,
That was crazy.
that was insane.
That's right. Take it all in, man.
And this is the Scooby the Scooby flip. My two flips for this week.
Nigga, how dare you? Fucking dare you?
Man, come on. I know who I'm in here with, bro. I ain't come on.
Already tired of you. Already tired of you. Hate you.
Like battle based, man. I thought this was a cipher.
Well, you'll see it escalates that quick. All right, I'll go next.
Let's go, Saul.
Across the, yeah.
Go. Hey, go City.
Crazy, man.
Told you it escalates quick.
That was insane. That was really, really insane.
Like, fuck you, so
Good
Yeah.
God.
Jesus
Keep in
Christ.
mind there are children watching.
Um,
Then again, I'm the one to talk. It's all good.
it just lets me know I still got a ways to go. You feel me?
No. Like I said, UA and Shay haven't popped up in here yet.
Look at.
Yeah.
Oof. Who wants to go
Alright.
next? Soul, I sent you my flips. I don't know if you can download them and play them. I do not have the power.
Sounds like you need more power.
Yeah, I need more power.
It sounds like you need.
I need more power. More power.
I think it's time to get rid of that Mac and get on the bandwagon with this PC.
Nah,
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Hey, no, Elliot, don't let him do that.
Oh, I won't.
Just saying.
I won't.
Just saying.
I won't.
Just saying.
I won't.
Mac all
You
day.
seem like
It's Mac
Nah,
all day,
nah.
sir. Like, nah, we're playing.
saying. You sent like 4 of them though.
I sent 2 of them are mine. They say filthy. I didn't send the trap. I didn't send the drill beat. I made a really bad drill beat. I'll send that one too. But the other 2 is Procnus, and then what is the other ones? Someone else. I'll send you my really bad drill beat. It's quite.
Are you sure you want to play it then if it's that bad?
Right, I was saying, like, are you sure? Like,
Yeah.
I sent you my
I'm
really
trying-
bad drill beat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really bad.
Right. Okay. It must not be that bad. You know, he sent it to me. So
It's one of
it's
those is one of those
No.
humble brags.
No, it's definitely not a humble brag. It really is not very good. But I figured I put it out there. Like I'm trying to workshop it, and whatever. But I got one that I worked on with Juice Soul on a Zoom the other night. He's kind of helping me with the mixing and getting it up to Juice Soul volumes and what have you. And then the other one is with Frequency.
Yeah. Yep. I got it. All right. Cool. I'll start with those 2 then.
All right, you guys share sound, I think.
Now, if you sent that third one, I have no idea where it's at. It comes to my email.
The drill one.
Yeah.
I sent that one to the yeah, it's called Alt ALT.
Oh,
Let me,
yeah, it ain't come through mine.
I wonder if anyone else got it that I sent to here. I'll just try to send it again now. I just sent it through again now, but there's, and then I think I might have sent through Kit's beat as well. I'm not sure, but Kit I think can share sound and all that. He should be good to do that. I just sent it through now, so see, I don't know, maybe refresh your email. If not, all good. But what up, Urban Acoustics and
Just in time.
yeah, right.
Just in time.
Oh, and I sent Procnus's beat as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, I finally got this other one, unless you want UA to go first.
Let's play. Do you got Procnus's one? That's one I labeled. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's we'll run that one.
Okay. If I downloaded it, actually.
Hey, what up, UA?
You gotta unmute yourself, UA.
Oh, yeah. What up, Brain? What's going on, man?
Shit.
Live
All right.
from Cigar Lounge Part 2.
There we go. All right. All right, here it goes.
Ooh.
It's getting late.
That was fly as hell. Actually, that
Yeah.
was fly as
Yeah, that
hell.
was dope.
Flip that Scooby Doo nasty.
That was Scooby Doo.
A part of it was the beginning of the Scooby Doo thing, the dun 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 dun, the horn section.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear Scooby Doo, I just think the main theme song.
No, me too. I that's why it was confusing, disorienting. Megs will have to
All right.
what alternate Scooby Doo version that was.
All right. What's good, Meg?
What up, Meg?
Peace, peace. What's happening? Sorry I'm late. I have to get that final mix down. Make sure everything's right. Could have get that done earlier, but
All good.
Of
You're
course.
one of our special guests this evening. It's all good.
Oh, you told me to play my last one or
Yeah. What do you got? Which one is it?
your last one?
Yeah. Please play the mediocre drill beat. This is my first.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
And that sneeze came right on time too.
Yeah, the sneeze was perfect.
Yeah, was it part of the beat?
Came right on time.
Like an open hi hat with a little more. Oh,
Okay, you stepping in transitions. I got you.
I love random shit like that though. Just kind of,
Nope, Dr. G.
thank you. Oh man. All right. Who do we got next?
UA.
On your way.
You ain't now.
I'm next.
You're getting thrown in the fire. Yep.
Let's go.
Shit. Oh man.
I'm gonna hear something. Probably my stuff.
You are gonna hear something.
Let's see. I just finished these, man. I hope y'all find something you like in here.
And before you play these, I just want to let you know you get on my nerves.
Likewise.
So goddamn sick of you.
You get on my nerves too.
You get on my nerves, bro.
Dear God.
Yeah, Brian, I appreciate your message. man.
Excellent.
Elliot, you're not gonna keep getting away with this, man. Keep letting them in here and then embarrassing me, man. This ain't fair.
Oh, you're not.
No,
embarrassed. You're not embarrassed.
Nah, I don't know, bro. Like, I think me, you, and UA are the only ones that flipped it. And if I had to put them in order, honestly, respectfully, I got Soul, UA, and then me.
Oh,
Trust me, we ain't the only ones that flipped it. Knowing everybody else in here, we ain't the only
Hey,
ones.
Soul,
Yeah, no doubt.
Soul's flip is crazy though. Like,
I had to go back and watch.
Act like it ain't, bro.
Dr. G, are you recording? Are you live?
So we're not. We're streaming on and off, but I am recording the Zoom. The Zoom is being recorded, and at worst case scenario, that'll be posted on the Today's Future Sound channel.
Oh,
I've been
dope,
having
dope.
major, minor, medium technical issues with my computer and the OBS today. It's been very uncooperative.
You did this
So-
to yourself.
Yeah, it's not the business, but we are recording, and we're in here, and I will post it on the YouTube at the very least.
Hey, you is a jerk. How you just come in here and just drop fire like that and just
Because he does it every
like,
week.
Nah, Michael asked you
like
guys.
just come in here and
Yeah.
just drop fire and just you know what I'm saying? Like it's just whatever. Like it's crazy.
And I know his game too. He comes in here late purposely so he can go after me.
Meg's get all the blame
because
for the
niggas
pack.
know because he
man.
know niggas. So yeah. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. You ain't keep doing your thing, bro. Straight
I
up.
hate you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I hate you too. I definitely take
I
both.
don't feel quite as strong on negativity as they do. I envy you, and I appreciate your beats.
Gotta keep a full clip.
Fuck you, A.
I only got a half clip. I only got 6 shots.
And I should mention we have some special guests in here, first time folks, and the guest of the week, the Kit Complete is in here, who's broadcasting from Bali, so you can envy him as well. And he's got a killer YouTube channel where he does a lot of beats and reviews and stuff like that. We were lucky enough to hang out when I was in Bali a couple months ago. So he's originally Australian, but in Bali. We also got Murder Megs, who's our special guest for the evening. Curated the pack. Oof, pack after pack, just all fire. Is Megs in here? I feel like, did she drop out?
She probably got caught in the middle of something.
Oh, okay.
She's in here. She's been in here at least.
No.
She's,
Is she-
she's in here. She just got caught in the middle of something.
Oh, got it. Okay. And then we also got 2 special guests who are currently live together in the same studio. Josh Levine, aka Optics, and Eddie Campos, who are some of our other 2 special guests. Aside from
Man, them beats I heard. Oh my lord! Holy Brian Soul. You said it though, Brian. Brian Soul UA's beats were something. Woo!
Hey, it's Brain, my guy, but it's good.
Brain got black.
Look, you ain't the only one.
Little
bro.
screen, bro. It's that little screen. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey.
I promise you ain't the first one, bro.
But man,
It's
that
appreciated
all of those
anyways.
beats spoke to me. I'm like, damn.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. Megs, did you want to should we jump into your section now? Do you want to play your beats and chat a little bit about what you've been up to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've only got like 2 joints that I did.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's go, man.
These are all your samples. I
Yeah.
highly doubt that.
Man. And it is like she's sharing her like the best of her samples that she's been, collecting for years with us, pack after pack after pack. I'm just very, very grateful that you and Megs, Soul and I think both feel similarly that like a lot of these samples are samples either that we've collected or that we would like that just like we really like, you know. But I've noticed like it's some Georgian samples, some Russian samples, some, you know, just all over. Like and then the Spanish flamenco rock group, the female flamenco rock group. I've done like flack of their like 2 of their albums before. I was like, ah man, Meg's got to that too. So I see you.
But she on that shit.
All right, let me. Well, I found 2 of them. Just
You
only
got,
2
the,
of them.
you got the sound mags?
Oh yeah, you gotta share sound, huh?
Yeah, make sure you share your sound.
By the way, how's Chris doing?
Oh, he's doing good. I was just there. I was just over there. Yeah, he's doing good. Now I go to advanced and computer sound, computer audio, right?
Yep.
Last time I remembered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Unmute myself. Hold on.
So yeah, I've some things might have changed here. Yeah, you got to share that screen first, and then go into that advanced tab.
Yeah, hit the share button at the bottom, and then you go to the advanced tab, and then it do computer sound only.
Okay, you already did. I just went through all of this. I'm computer sound, and it's saying it's bringing up this. Oh, never
There you
mind. It's there.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's get it.
He is
That is rap ready.
Those beats are hard as.
Yeah,
That's
they
all
were
I had
fire.
because it was rushed.
That was dope.
Yeah, it sound like that because it was rushed.
Man, I think we have no complaints. Only that was excellent.
Thanks.
And in Australian, hard ass means like really dope.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was wonderful. So Megs, man, I mean, like, who you think's gonna rap over those beats? Are they just gonna be standalone instrumentals? What do you think?
I mean, it could be a possible placement. You know, one of them.
Yeah,
Only one of them.
I don't know. I think both of them
Yeah.
fire.
I know that last one could go to Griselda for sure.
Mm,
Griselda.
that's a good call.
I already have no idea who they're going to.
Yeah, Honey De Niro or what's his name? The Bad Seed.
Bad Seed.
Man, I can see her Bad Seed over that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Megs, tell us about the Bad Seed project. That's actually getting like a bunch of spins and a lot of shine, right? Like I'm really happy for you because I feel like well received.
The 4 Finger Ring. Yeah, it turned out to be, you know, a good one. You know, I'm glad it's getting the reception and the circulation that it's getting, you know, as far as like good reviews and all the other stuff like that and the plays and placements. I'm glad it did the way it did, you know. So yeah. And we do got another Me and Seed, not just Me and Seed, but Seed is coming out with another project. It's coming out in January, not July, January. But according to him, it's supposed to be January 20th. I don't want to say everything because dates might change because we're trying to start off, you know, the new year with a good bang. You know, it was supposed to be like somewhat this month, but he wound up changing it, you know. So because of my lateness, because of my tardiness and what I'm, you know, and I'm focused on, you know, Honey De Niro, me and Honey De Niro's project, which is of course HDXMM, Honey De Niro Murder Meg. So yeah, that's coming out in July as well. Yeah, everything is done. Everything is 100% done. We got the music video is done. It's out there. And that's
that.
Yeah. In Brooklyn. Everything was filmed in Brooklyn, and then of course the last couple scenes that me and Honey De Niro did was filmed in Manhattan. But yeah, the majority of it was filmed in Brooklyn. It was Honey De Niro's and Seed's videos were, you know, recorded within the same day, same time period. So yeah, like I said, I'm glad everything got done the way it should be. Yeah, we just got to get it mixed and mastered and everything like that. As far as like the whole entire album. And then it's out the door. But the single is out, which is Big Gal Talk. It's out right now on Bandcamp, and it just came out in streaming platforms yesterday.
That's with Honey De Niro?
Yes, of course the scratches and cuts is also featured, you know, by Tone Spliff. He did the scratches and cuts and stuff like that as well.
Dang.
He also did the scratches and cuts on Bill and Fame from the 4 Finger Ring album. And he also did some other scratches and cuts on Jux Diamond's joint, which is called The Mission. Jux Diamond's self-titled album, Jux Diamonds. So that's everything is on streaming platforms and Bandcamp.
So can we go to your Bandcamp and cop it through there?
Not my Bandcamp. It's not on my Bandcamp. It's on everybody else's Bandcamp. Yeah.
Definitely put some chats in the Zoom for us. In the Zoom.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Can we get to it through your page though?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could post it on my page, or if y'all got any social medias, anything like Instagram or like Facebook Messenger, I could just send it to y'all directly, so that way y'all could just click away and then just get it right then and there. Even Spotify, I could, like I said, it's just one send away, one click away.
Definitely trying to go to the Bandcamp and cop that and support it, and
Right, that's why I asked about the Bandcamp, because I want to.
Yeah. That's most definitely important. Just I'd rather just go to the Bandcamp and just, like I said, cop it, so that way you know that you're supporting that artist and stuff like that. Because I'm a Spotify girl, you know. I use Bandcamp, and I use both. You know, I've been using Spotify for like almost, I would say like 5-6 years. you know, and I'm just loyal to it. But then again, I would just rather go to Bandcamp, you know, just to show your support to the artists and stuff.
Cool.
Like that.
So I'm looking at Bad Seeds Bandcamp, which you link to in your Instagram profile, the Four Finger Ring album by Bad Seeds. So we should cop it through his Bandcamp.
Yes.
Got it. And for the joint with Honey De Niro, is that on your Bandcamp?
Not on mine, but on hers.
Okay.
Yeah, it just released through hers, her Bandcamp.
Got it. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely support and grab that now. And obviously try to run up your streams on Spotify. Not that that does a ton, but it helps, right? You know, does it give you some streams if we do that?
Yeah, it does. And plus, you know, worldwide, well, of course, Bandcamp does the same thing, but, you know, just to have it on every platform, because I know everybody has their preference, you know, as far as what they want to use and what they think is good for them, you know, especially when it comes to the certain devices and all the other stuff like that, what works better, what sounds better, you know, whose platforms it sounds on. So yeah, it's worldwide. So yeah, I mean, I do both. Like I said, I do a little bit of both.
And for the Honey De Niro, it's Big Gal Talk.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. I just put those in the old shopping cart on Bandcamp. Now, there's other projects that we can go support and check out. You have any on your Bandcamp or any other ones you want us to go support?
As far as my projects, I know I'm supposed to be coming out with the beat tape. I'm starting off with the clean slate on that. I was supposed to release it last year, but due to me going to school and of course my mom's, you know, she passed and all the other stuff like that. So it's been a big halt on that. You know, like I want to start clean and fresh with the beat tape, you know, just to, you know, just have it right. I got the artwork and everything. I just released the artwork. Shout out to one of my guys. He's from Chicago. I forgot his name. If he's ever on Facebook, ever. But yeah, the artwork is out. It's just it needs new tracks. You know, it just needs new beats on there. Now that you know, stepped my game up a little bit and all the other stuff like that, as far as like my sound and the way I'm, you know, making my beats and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's, you know, the progress is starting to look a little better, you know. But yeah, that's supposed to be released. I might go ahead and just release it this month or either next month. And just go ahead and start to promote it. But as far as like album placements, I really can't tell you unless, you know, unless we have the artwork done, unless we got some of the tracks done. So yeah, everything is basically through 6-man, you know, entertainment, as far as like Seed and whatever he say, he goes and he got to tell me when to go. So as far as like other placements, that's coming soon, but the beat tape is also coming soon. I also got merch. I definitely got to update on my merch and stuff like that. So yeah, plus other music videos is coming soon.
And now I'm on your Bandcamp right now. I know you got the Beatmaster Volume 1 and Beatmaster Volume 2, and I know you said you're starting clean. You know, you're putting out some new beat tapes, but we can go and support you there and cop those, and then look for soon your beat tape and your T-shirts. Because I bought a T-shirt and I should be wearing it right now. I think it's somewhere around here. I should have worn it tonight, but yeah. Where can people copy your T-shirts? They
could just DM me. You know, okay. You could DM me for a shirt. I do accept Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, you know, other payment methods. So yeah, just hit me up on either Instagram or Facebook. You know, even though I should be posting it on Bandcamp so that we can instantly buy it right then and there.
Do it, put it up.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just, you know, used to, you know, doing it by myself so that way I could get 100% of my money instead of them taking my money like a percentage out. Then I can't get mine, you know, I get basically 100 of my shares. So yeah, but everything as far as like having my website built so that way y'all could cop the merchandise right then and there. But yeah, just hit me up and DM me and I'll definitely send it to you.
Word. So yeah, tell us a bit about like what your process is for making your beats, like the beats that you made for this evening's cypher. Like, what are you using Machine, and then you said FL Studio, or what's your process?
My process now is Machine MK. Of course, making my beats on Machine MK3 still. And of course, I send everything over to FL just to get it mixed down and mastered, have everything turned down, because I know it's two different softwares, and of course, it's going to be normalized. On Machine, it's normalized, But on FL Studio, everything is so loud, it's blasted, and it's like it's just, completely, crazy sounding. But, I turned everything down and, I use a couple EQs on it and, just to make sure everything is clean, everything is right, so yeah, it's the Maschine MK3 and the FL Studio 20. I know they came out with 21. FL Studio 21 is out right now, as far as what I know, as far as like the updates. But I know I've been using FL Studio 20 on Mac because I'm a PC person in soul. I know. But I've been just staying in one spot lately. I just usually like switch over computers, have that back and forth, but I just stay in one spot and I just use FL Studio on Mac, FL Studio 20 that is.
So one of the things that I noticed about your style, and you and I've collaborated virtually, but there's always with the samples, it's always very smooth. It's and it's loop based, but it's not necessarily just a loop. You're doing like a lot of sample chopping, but you have this way of really making the chops very cohesive. And I'm wondering, like, how do you approach the samples? Like when you hear something you like, how do you chop it? Like, what's your strategy?
I switched up my chopping game now. What I do, instead of me using one shot, I just use the attack, decay, sustain, attack, decay, sustain, and release on my samples now. So I mess with the attack, and then I just mess with, now for the bass line, I don't mess with the release. I just mess with the, for the bass lines, I do mess with the release. But as far as sample wise, that's what I'm on right now. Sometimes I would use the one shot. It depends on the ideal, but it's majority of my work is just now attack, sustain, decay, and release, which makes it sound, it comes in a little more natural instead of just hitting on that one like that. It comes in a little smoother. So I get more of a smooth type of, it with that. So, I mean, I like it. I'm starting to like it now, and of course.
Who would you say your biggest influences are as producers? Like it could be in the past, it could be currently, both, whatever.
Now it's of course it's now, producers in the past. It's a little bit of both. Of course, DJ Premier, that's the one. Right. 2, Knots is 1. 3, J.R. Swifts. 4, Stu Bangers. 5, Johnny Slash. 6, who else? Pete Rock, of course. I take it back. Pete Rock, then Marley Marl. Who else? Soul City. I've been looking at you lately. I've been seeing you. Yeah, don't say no. As far as like producer corner and within the and also within the producers corner, I would say Soul City, Martello. I've been looking at. Then The Beats, which is BEETC. Who else? As far as like producer corner wise that I've been looking at.
Just to let you know, there's a million of them out there, man.
Yeah, it is. It's a million. But the ones that also stand out is the ones that stand out. Who else? I think there's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of us. But the ones that are standing, I already named the ones that are standing out. And outside of Producer's Corner, as far as working with Seed now, Team Demo, even though it's 2, 3 people, 2, 3, 4 people, Team Demo, which is Jay and Tone. The main 2. Who else? There's this one dude that's called Tape Notes. Tape Notes is dope too. Yeah, he had made a couple placements on 4 Finger Ring, and CJ Dove is also dope. Female wise, even I hate to categorize, but female wise, that blessed girl, rest in peace to her. She had passed away in 2021. That blessed girl, she was there. I looked up, I mean, we had talked for a minute and everything up until she had passed, and I was in school when I heard that she passed away. It was Coco Chanel for a minute. Coco Chanel, she also made beats. She had made something for Saigon. JD,
Yeah.
JD, the producer, she's dope too. I've been looking at her too. Who else? And
Yeah,
that-
you got a lot of contemporary influences and a lot of, you know, also the like I hear you naming like real classic ones too, obviously.
Mhm. Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
it's now that I, you know, creating this social, you know, going out, traveling and creating social circles and stuff like that, getting to know other producers and stuff like that. And like the Producers Corner, today's Future Sound, which is Global Beat Cypher You and stuff like that. So yeah, as far as like going out and traveling and getting to know other producers and their sounds, and you know, it's a lot of them that I like.
Yeah. Are we gonna expect? Can we expect any drum kits from you in the future?
Yeah, as long as I keep up with the works and use the drums that I'm using, then yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, I was supposed to make a drum kit. It didn't happen. It's because I'm still digging. And I'm still, you know, trying to equalize it up to the point where it's my signature drums and stuff like that. And I'm trying to explore different sounds and different drum kits like the Beat Butcher and this and that. And I mentioned the Beat Butcher because I like the way he set his up. It's boom bap, you know, it's boom bap the way it's supposed to be. And of course, I go to my crates as well and use like break beats and, you know, break them down and split them up and all the other stuff like that. And, you know, just to explore and, you know, just to get the feel, you know, and do other things.
You're definitely known within the global beat cipher community, not only as being an incredible like boom bap producer, but being a master sample pack curator. How do you and like again and again and again, how do you approach putting together the sample pack? And what would you like? How are you digging for samples? How are you finding samples? Is this stuff that you are curating for us, or stuff that you've curated for yourself and you're taking from your own stash? I mean, how do you approach it?
The reason why I'm doing sample, of course, because of y'all. And of course, I said, you know what? Let me just go upstairs in the attic and see if I got any records up there. Of course, I got a whole bunch of records up there. In each and every category you think of, like Brazilian records, Russian. I'm a big Russian collector, and it's because of Final Frontier, because of Reef Ali, one of my guys. He's dope. That's what really got me into sampling for real. The reason why I'm sampling the way I am and my crates are better, whether it's digging or actual digging, is because of Vinyl Frontier. And of course, I am talking to people from outside of the, you know, I got hookups out there. It was somebody from, I guess it was the Netherlands. I forgot his name. I don't think he does sell records anymore, as far as what I know. But Soviet Freestyle is one of my guys too, and there was people that's similar to him. I got a lot of connects down there. I haven't spoke to them in like some months, some years.
Netherlands niggas is special.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you know what? The whole European Union got some shit. They got a whole bunch of shit that we don't even. And it's a whole lot of pieces and sounds we can take from. It's crazy, like a lot of orchestrated sounds, a lot of string sets, and you know it's a lot. It's a lot of pieces that
the Italians crazy. Just move different.
Yeah, China, especially in Asia, in Asian countries like Japan and China, and you know Korean joints too. They got their crate, but the European Union is where it's at. You know, as far as where it be at, and as far as like Spanish, you can look at some Spanish stuff too, like South American, Spain stuff too. Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of sample packs, y'all need to go to Boom Bap Labs. They got some stuff on there too. So that's the reason I said, you know what? Let me just create mines, but exclusively for Global Beat Cypher. So basically, I'm just doing my own sample packs, and yeah, whatever I have in my computer, whatever I have in my crates upstairs in the attic, and whatever, it's just whatever I got, laying around. I said, you know what, let me just put it together and just see, if anybody gonna flip anything out of it or anything like that, which I'm hearing now. I've been hearing, especially Reason. Reason was the one that stuck out to me as far as like putting, the samples together right along with the Griselda joints. he's been impressing me. Like, I mean, everybody's been impressive. I'm not, playing favoritism. I don't like to do favoritism. You know what I'm saying? If they make nobody feel some type of way. But as far as the one that was sticking out to me is Reason from Scott Scarborough, if I'm saying it right, from Canada. He's been he's been crazy.
He's incredible, isn't he has a knack also. I feel like similar to you, and I know he's using Native Instruments machine, but he also has a way of like either looping or patching chops together to make it really flow in a smooth way. And that traditional boom bap, but in a way you're like, I mean, the way that he chooses samples to remix and the main sound for his remix is really impressive. So going forward for you, what are some projects and things that you're excited about, that what can we look forward to? What are you excited about? What are you planning in the future?
I'm looking forward to everything. Whatever happens. I'm waiting for whatever that's gonna come through. I'm waiting for it, So I can't predict the future, but it's just whatever goes down, whatever goes down, and I'm looking forward to it,
Well, I'm rooting for you in terms of your next level application. I fingers crossed, and I'm just excited for you for more further boom bap travels, hip hop travels for you, world travels. I think it's just, I just think it'll be so good for you. And I already see you virtually traveling, to all these different places you're talking about with your connects in Russia or Netherlands or whatever. But yeah, anything else that folks should know? Do you want to talk about, mention, etc.? Any shouts, anything like that?
Oh yeah. As far as like shout out to the Bad Seed, shout out to Honey De Niro, shout out to the whole Producers Corner worldwide, shout out to today's Future Sound. Shout out to everybody in Chicago, the Chicago Chi-Town movement. Shout out to St. Louis, of course, STL, Fresh Produce. I haven't messed with them in a minute, but yeah, shout out to everybody worldwide. I can't name them names, but everybody that fucks with me, I fuck with them. Shout out to everybody.
Well, I gotta say, yeah, I found you because of it's Producers Corner, right? Like where Best Paul's at too.
Yes.
Stress and all that, I mean, like so many people. Shout out Stress for doing it every week for like 250, who knows how many weeks. I know how much work that is, and the samples they curate and the quality of producers. That's where I found Best Paul, and Best Paul, I've been collaborating a lot. That's where I found Murder Megs. You guys, who is this? Jesus, these beats are sick, right? And then I hit you up, and you've been very generous and have been a great part of the community. So hopefully we'll see you soon at one of the live events in New York or Canada or Mexico or California or wherever.
California is where California is where I need to be at. I never went to California at all.
Well,
I never went there at all.
You're welcome. You got to come to the Bay. Come to Oakland. We'll get you in the classroom with some of our Today's Future Sound students, the little ones. I think it's important for them to see, women doing it and laying it down, that hardcore, gritty boom bap, and come bring some East Coast flavor into the classroom. So yeah, before we go, any final shout outs? We really appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Nope, that's it.
Cool.
Yep, already I did, pretty much, all shout outs pretty much.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Enjoyed your flips. Make sure to send those through for the beat tape. And yeah, let's jump back into the sample flips for folks. Kit Complete, you've been waiting quietly and patiently. Appreciate you. Yeah, just give us a little introduction to yourself, because you get busy on the on YouTube and drum kits and beat making, finger drum and all that.
Yeah, so it's just the Kit Complete. Originally from Sydney, Australia. Yeah, started doing YouTube, I don't know, a few years back, and just do music production stuff. Do a lot of stuff on the machine, and yeah, I think that's about it.
Cool. So yeah, we actually met through Dion, who aka Debo, of the Chop. We've been doing beat battles and beat ciphers together annually in Australia. Just really incredible curator, and of course he told me about you, and I was very excited to meet you. We got to kick it in Bali. That was dope. Got to collaborate on some videos and some beats. So pleasure to have you here. Finally was able to rope you in. Maybe we'll be able to get you on in the next couple of weeks as a special focus guest. But in the meantime, please go ahead and share your flip with us.
Cool.
I just read on Twitter that there's a part during the cremation that the meat is perfectly cooked. On Twitter. Perfectly cooked.
I love it, man. That was hella smooth too.
Yeah, cheers.
How did you approach that? You know, that sample flip that you did in terms of like the production of it, and where'd you get that Twitter quote from?
I've got like a stash of just weird things that people say on the internet. So I've always got something like that in my back pocket. But there was a lot of really good samples in there, so it was hard to pick. I sort of just picked the one that was that I felt would be easiest for me.
Dope. And did you finger drum the drums? So like, and how do you approach it usually? Because I've definitely seen you doing your finger drumming thing. Did you program it, or was that finger drummed, or how was that done?
This was programmed because I did it all in Ableton.
Got it. Have you? Oh, you're kind of switching over to Ableton these days, huh?
Yeah, more and more I'm starting off just straight up in Ableton. I used to start with Machine and then move everything over, but yeah, more and more I'm just starting in Ableton.
Dope. So I definitely recommend everyone check out Kit Complete on YouTube. Is it the Kit Complete? YouTube.com/the Kit Complete?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, definitely check out his channel. He does a lot of reviews of like, you know, drum kits and new kits that come out for Machine and other platforms. And yeah, I love the production value of your videos. You got that killer Sony going on right now with the cinematic kind of vibe to it. That's super dope. Cool. Well, let's definitely get some more of the flips, and then we got more guests coming up. Shay, are you ready to black out?
Yeah, I can play some. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Here we go.
Across the table at an empty chair.
Niggas know I'm the plug, I'm plugging in the socket. On gates between Marcy and Nostrum, rolling up some chocolate. Couple friendships compromised from wrong involvements. My lawyer is the nicest, I ignore the warrants. We took an oath together, but now you and niggas is targets. You see food and me and my niggas is coming to harvest. Should be a blessing and never a burden. Never sacrifice a loved one because it was hurting. I tell you two things that's for sure and one thing that's for certain. You already know how to show an end. You niggas is curtains, curtains, curtains.
understood, then he trade under the sun. Talk sharp like a razor blade under the tongue. Clear my path and come get your captain, huh? Trying to breathe like black, a collapsing lungs. Young chunk, you can took off the web I spun. I done cleared them out from the threat I brung. You done heard about what set I'm from. My nigga, word of mouth, rule of thumb. Y'all better bow down when the ruler come. I'm a real hood nigga, not a hooligan. The way thought put it down, be confused with some of y'all. Cats can't walk while chewing your gumming on. What a keyboard gotta do with a drumming on. School them on stage like I'm doing a seminar. Professional type, I'm adjusting my mic. Go to war, kid, I give you any weapon you like. Give you something to run from. Bust off the dumb. Stop, kid, that hot shit, you know where it comes from. It's Philly worldwide phenomenon. And reinforcing that shit is my 9 to 5. And when I'm finished making you recognize, I'm getting at a couple civilized women that's trying to vibe.
Yeah, had to touch that rainbow joint.
Oh, the usual Shay insanity.
Definitely was not expecting that.
That was crazy. Shay, I think one of the things that's really remarkable to me about your beats, and I think I feel like Juice Soul does this too, is you know when to do that really minimal kind of Alchemist, just like looping at the loop, like the donuts. And like I always feel like I got to put drums on it, but you have a really good sense of like when to do that and when to add the drums.
I've ruined a lot of beats with overproduction. So
man,
yeah.
And are you just clicking in the mouse in Ableton, or are you using MIDI controllers? Because I'm super curious about that.
Yeah, pretty much just a laptop.
Yeah, you and Juice Soul both.
Yeah, QWERTY.
Yeah, the good old QWERTY, the QWERTY killer.
Uh-huh.
Are you doing sample chops with the QWERTY, with the tapping on the typing keys, or
no trackpad and just yeah
arrangement mode?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I really hope that that you join us. Craig Rip's coming now too for Team Mexico in February.
Like that guy.
You got to come, man. You got to join us.
It's looking good. Yeah.
Good. And then it's looking like Brockness, who he sent in a beat, he couldn't make it. He's in the mountains, but looks like he very possibly will be joining us. So really excited for that. And all y'all are invited. If you're Global Beat Cypher family, you are invited. And anyone else, come join us for a little Beat Cypher beat showcase tour. We'll probably do some volunteering with some kiddos too, and shows in Mexico City, Puerto Vallarta, hopefully at least go in Guadalajara and maybe San Cristobal. We'll see. Maybe Oaxaca. Who knows what could happen? All right, we have some more guests in here, and I would like to introduce to y'all folks Optics and Eddie Campos, who are two other guests this evening. Josh Levine and Eddie Campos. How you gentlemen doing?
Excellent. Doing good, man.
Yeah, good to see you. I see you got on the Touch Up My Appearance plugin on on the Zoom going. I tried that myself today.
Is that right? What we got? That's all natural, baby. That's all natural.
Want that filter game, bro?
This is Josh's setup. I don't know what's going on here.
Want that filter game, bro?
Filter game. I feel you. I'm a filter junkie in terms of my plugins, so I feel you on that one. So yeah, let's start with Optics. Tell us a bit about yourself. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you do, what you're using to make beats, and kind of the other stuff that you do as well, because you're a busy man.
Yeah, man. So I'm a creative by that's just like how I could sum it all up. I like to just get my hands into all things creative. I'm a producer. I've been rapping since I've been about 8 years old, so I'm an artist at heart. I grew into love filmmaking at the same time, and so in high school and in college when I was rapping, I was also trying to get myself into the film business, and I was going to go to film school, and I went and tried to do that thing, but the cost of that's way too much money, obviously. So I did it the other way. Started working odd jobs in Hollywood, in LA. barter and trading with other artists, just doing the living in the basement in LA thing for year after year after year after year, connecting with different people, connecting with artists. Became to where I started shooting for Time Warner. They asked me to become a creative director, shooting videos and films like that for Time Warner. And at the same time, I was still always hustling my music, still always doing music videos for artists. I grew up in the underground hip hop game, doing battle raps back in the day when they would have street rocks. So originally I'm from Central Valley, small town called Visalia, kind of by Fresno in California. And so, it's a small town. And so I wanted to get out of there, but guess what? I'm back at the small town right now. So
He is back.
But yeah, so just been, grinding, hustling jobs and, following my passion and more importantly, following the music. And whenever I follow the music, doors always seem to open up. So, that's a nutshell. Obviously there's, so much more we can dive into, this, that, and the other. But yeah, just glad to be here with among other hip hop heads. It seems like other music heads, other people that just know what the they doing. It's like, man, some of those beats were sick. And so like I'm a Pro Tools, Logic, Studio One guy now. I switched to Studio One. I just love Studio One. It's so lightning fast. It's a Porsche. But I've been talking to Dr. Gann here, and Dr. Gann got me to get into the Push. So I've been just forcing myself to open Ableton and start on the Push, even though like sometimes like this last week, I would close Ableton, go back into Studio One, start halfway through something.
I gotta go back.
And then I'd be like, no, stop. I'm not gonna learn something new if I keep going, So like my goal is just, I want to be able to know a little bit of all those programs, a little bit of everything, because I do hire out a lot of people. I work with other producers and other people that are, of course, I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I'm in the wrong room if that's what I'm at. So like, I always try to surround myself with people that are, editing, animation. I'm working currently okay, so let me slow it down here. I also have a video production company. And so that's my bread and butter. That's what brings in my money. So I shoot, commercials for local dealerships, car dealerships, restaurants, nonprofits. The gamut goes on: schools, banks, insurance companies, whatever, through word of mouth, someone is, I'm very blessed to always be getting, new creative ideas. So I always use music too. So like right now I'm currently working on a commercial for a Honda dealership, and I created an animated strawberry, and I wrote a rap song similar to like Boys in the Hood. And it's like, cruising out the dealership on my new car, and it's like a Honda Evoque, we got what you want. And it's this little animated strawberry, which I can share a screen grab. I don't know if you want me to later, but so like I'm always using music, writing raps, and I've been doing this now since I moved to LA originally, which is probably like 15 years ago now. And so since then I quit Time Warner because there was no, it was a freaking corporate job. There was no room for growth. I outgrew them. I was doing I wanted to create a bigger department. They didn't want anything to do with that. They wanted it to stay the same old way. And so I was like, okay, I started my own company doing video production and still do music on the side, with a group with JJ's on. JJ, if you want to pop on, my boy JJ here. Me and him are in a hip hop group called The Faculty. And Faculty basically, and it's a small story or funny story because we named it The Faculty years ago, 20 years ago. And I had nothing to do with teaching or anything. And now another side gig I got going on, which is through music, is being able to teach kids at Juvenile Hall how to produce, record, and write music to tell their stories. And so again, it's just going to what I said earlier, is all I do is listen to the music and follow the music. And following the music led me to this amazing human being, Ed, which led me to doing the music stuff inside the Juvenile Hall, which led me to meet Dr. Gann, which led me to be right here. So it's like, if I didn't listen to the music, none of that would have happened. And so no matter what I do, film, this, that, or the other, it all comes back to the music. The film with the wrong music score is horrible. We all know that. The music is the vibe, it's the setting, it's the essence, it's the blessings, it's the glue. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's JJ. What up?
What up, man?
So I'll give him a little quick second. Through all my journeys, I've always been bringing my boy JJ with me along through when I lived in LA, and we would go to crazy parties where P. Diddy was there, or all these crazy people, and we're just, how did we get in? It's like we were like the messed up version of the entourage, because we were just snuck into these parties somehow, But so I would always bring JJ along to shoot commercials. I got him on payroll at Time Warner, and so nowadays I'm bringing him into the juvenile hall to help me with the kids. And so JJ is another amazing human being. Just want to give you a shout out and say what's up to the people. JJ, tell them a little bit about yourself, maybe.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, like Josh said, we kind of grew up together, and creativity has always been a part of who we are. So we've always implemented it within our music, other artists' music. We've just made so many. As I reflect, we've been able to utilize our creativity to complement our music. And other things that we've always been, involved in. So it's like Josh said, it's a pleasure to be here amongst other creatives, and just to kind of soak it up. I've been in the background soaking everything up. Kind of got this link later on in the afternoon, so it was kind of like, okay, I got to jump on this, and it's been a blessing, man. All you guys are talented, amazing individuals, and it's a pleasure to be amongst you guys. So, yeah, man.
Awesome, yeah, sure.
So in terms of your like beat making and musical projects, you and JJ, you said, you guys have a group. So I'm assuming you're doing the production for it. And are you rhyming as well? And what would you say the style is?
So, okay, most of the music that we have released has been probably like more than 4 years ago. So, whatever vibe we were on then, but it's like a hip hop roots type of vibe. We had a live band, and we went everywhere with our live band, and in our live band, there was amazing producers named Caesar Allen, and Caesar Allen's a multi-award winning selling artist. Did things for K Camp, K West, all these people. This other producer named D Mills, and D Mills was the bass player, but he also played every instrument. So when I'm around talent like that, I know how to let the best do what the best do. So when I'm around them, I let them be my producers, and they I would do videos for them. And so we I bartered and traded with a lot of artists in LA. Another artist that's blowing up right now named Eric Zane. I have 2 solo albums released with Eric Zane. If you look him up, ERICZAYNE. Doing major things. I just did the soundtrack for The Rock's new movie or whatever. But so I met him through this musicians app called Jamcard. And so I was doing videos for Jamcard, and Jamcard is like the LinkedIn for musicians. And so they would have these little jam sessions where the best musicians in LA would be there, and I would be the one doing all the videos and doing all the interviews and getting all the connections. And through Jamcard, I was on stage with Shakira doing the Shakira one, on stage with Kendrick doing the Kendrick interviews. You name it. I was filming what's it called? At Capitol Records, I shot, directed a mini documentary of Ty Dolla $ign coming and doing a special performance. Just the list goes on, and how the blessings that I was able to work around and just like soak up in studios too. Like I was doing some studio work for Crooked Eye Studio, if you guys heard of Crooked Eye. And so I got to record Crooked Eye's recording process. Before I saw that, I would always write my lyrics down, and I would write them down, and I'd go in there and practice them, make sure they're good. When I saw Crooked Eye record in the studio, he didn't write nothing down. He was in sync with his engineer, and he would be punching in freestyle, punching in freestyle, punching in freestyle, punching in freestyle. And so when I saw this and I got to record it in the interview, I started to try that. So like I would see it in the studio and immediately try it, in studios with like Fashawn. I don't know if you've heard of Fashawn from Fresno. In studios with Alchemist. I got to film Alchemist and Fashawn recording some records in Venice Beach. Did some stuff for Evidence, from Dilated Peoples, Merce. So the blessings and the people that I've seen, I'm just like, so when it comes back to me making beats, I only make beats because I want a certain sound and I need that sound right now. If that sound already exists, I'll pull that. So I've forced myself through the last 30 years of me doing whatever to make beats. when I first started doing this in high school, I was using this program called Acid Music. I don't know if anyone knows that.
Yeah.
But I didn't even have money to get that copy. I swear to you, I jacked that. I went in there and pulled that little CD out of that big box that they had and put that in my pocket. I was like probably 14 years old, but I really wanted to start recording music because I was tired of going tape to tape. I would be recording tape to tape, playing one and then recording one, and I'd be rapping. And then I'd look back and realize my mom had been standing there for God knows how long. And this was before I understood lyrical content. Like, and this is before I understood like I should watch my lyrical content. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid just regurgitating rap. So again, just opportunities, taking advantage, and you know, things fall into place, following my heart at the end of the day in the music. And so now, like I was saying, I love Studio One. It just seems to be like the fastest, most comprehensible. Everything works. It never crashes for me. Knock on wood. Shit. But I'm always open to learn everything. So, and I've had Ableton, and I've been wanting to use Ableton, and it's a great way to like lay ideas down and do live performances. And so if you can like kind of, you know that, this, that, and the other. And
I don't even know. Have you ever heard of Cakewalk or
oh yeah, for
Cool
sure.
Edit Pro?
I remember Cakewalk for sure.
Yeah, Cool Edit Pro back in the
Fruity
day.
Loops, right?
Yeah. Peter Quistegard. Shout out Peter Quistegard.
It's just crazy though how many platforms there are, because I just downloaded BandLab on my phone and I'm geeking.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I have all this equipment when they have freaking BandLab on the phone? I'm like, sheesh.
Exactly.
But you know, there's always levels. And that's one thing I learned about in Hollywood and LA. There's always so many levels of like how you could take a project. Because I remember the first project JJ and I did under the Faculty Music. I wanted to like, get it mixed and mastered by the right guys, this, that, and the other. So I got Bernie Grunman's mixing guy, Mike Bozzi, who's a buddy of mine. I got him to mix our shit. We went down there, and it was like it was an experience.
Yeah,
it was an experience to remember. Now I look back at records that are like mixed and mastered on SoundCloud or mix and mastered on like these AI devices, and I try to match them up, and I'm like, you can hear it based on you can hear the differences, you can tell the clarity and the crisp of a real record, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I always used to let that like stop me from putting records out, because I'm like, oh, well, it's not mixed and mastered yet. So it's not mixed and mastered yet. Mixed and mastered yet. But over the last like 3 or 4 years, 5 years, it's kind of like, you just got to get it out, right? I mean, that's you got to share your ideas, like what you guys are doing. At least share your ideas,
Yeah, definitely. So speaking of which, I feel like you made some beats, your first sample flip beats on Ableton.
I tried. I mean, I'll play them.
They were dope. You sent me clips on Instagram.
I don't even know if I saved those ones. I flipped like I opened like 9 different flips, and I tried, because you know how creative, like you try it, and then I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound good, but I come back to it later, and I'm like, oh, it didn't sound half bad. You add a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Add a little of that. I'm playing straight from Ableton because I only had one lesson from Dr. Gann, so he didn't tell me how to print yet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I'll tell you how to print. If you play it live out of Ableton, well, first of all, you got to share your sound for us to hear it.
Copy that.
So Shay's got, if you can just stop sharing. But then you also have to use the virtual audio interface, Zoom interface in Zoom for us to hear it out of your DAW, unless.
You hear that?
Yeah, sounds decent.
You hear that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it should already be connected then. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
like a sci-fi flick out Netflix. So here we go. 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 Five flick out Netflix. Here we go. Spitting like a sci-fi flick out Netflix. So release my optics.
It's a little whip up. It's just a quick little whip up, you know? Quick little whip up.
Yeah. I love it. And that's using the Ableton Push. You were doing the chops on there?
Yeah, Ableton, yeah. Trying to do everything on Ableton.
Love it, man. You're on your way.
Just I mean, some of these beats they played, I was like, woo! Man. But thank you.
Absolutely. Do you have some more flips you want to play with us as well?
Yeah, I'll drop another flip. And then I was gonna play a song or two by JJ,
Yeah.
and if you're down, like an unreleased or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so Ableton's working, it's magic.
That's right. It's thinking. It's loading.
All right, let's see what this one is here. See what this one is.
It's not really the audio's not really coming through. Do you have your Oh, there it comes.
Audio, no audio? Just a little. I mean, I can keep it. I'm live mixing it right here, so
love it, man. It's grimy. It's grimy.
Thank you, man. How much time we got?
Oh man, play some more beats. Play whatever you want.
Copy that. All right, so lately, since I've been working with these juvenile hall kids, I swear my style of rap is like being influenced as well. Like I'm almost in like a grimier mode, and like the beats I be picking it a little grimier. Like, so this is what JJ and we got a couple new ones. I'm just gonna play
Making
a couple
sax
new
style
ones.
beats now.
Got a couple of those vibes, bro. I
Yeah,
can't lie.
Yeah, they're like, we want to make sax style. What's that? Like lasers. Okay.
So, okay, this is a fun one. This was a fun one called Mack Truck, okay? And the beginning of it, I got the first verse, and then it goes to a quick chorus, and then JJ's got the second verse.
And you produced this. You made the beat for it.
No, the beat we got from a producer, and we rapped on this one.
Got it.
Ready?
Moving like
like a Mack truck, moving like a Mack truck, moving like a Mack truck, moving like I'm moving like I'm moving like a Mack truck, moving like a Mack truck, moving like
Pop top with the cop top top with the drop top that like a cop that smooth and clear. What you gonna do when you smack that ground? What you gonna do? Put your mask on down. What you gonna do? Put your crack on flame. Man, why don't you ever use your brain? Now you ain't never got time to think. What would you pay for a peaceful sleep? Yeah, now you chilling in a frozen freeze. You can't be the mind when you roll with the wrong side. Watch where you go. So easy does it. What you gonna do when the clarity? Can't make moves, you embarrassing. So boosted, you stupid. We chop it up like sushi. Our dreams are always lucid. When we through with you, it's deuces. Stay ready, stay ready. We slice it up like a deli. Might cut it up with a machete. Don't tell me if you gotta go get it.
Easy does it, might take my time. Don't move too fast, I might get the blast. Might find stash, might get the cash. Might kick the can, take it easy, man. Fold up your umbrella, we ain't dropping bombs yet. This ain't Hiroshima, you ain't getting bomb threats. Yeah, we throwing them all the way. Hail Mary, there it go. Running like a Mack truck. Chris Jericho, there we go again. Imagination's out of this world, but he's in the zone, so we gon' let him go. Focused in the zone, see it in the eyes, he's gone. Looking at the throne like he gon' take it home. Me going for the championship, and I'm whipping, flipping, and dipping. I'm throwing salt in the sauce, and I'm mixing up in the kitchen. Keep on pumping like pistons. I'm throwing fire, I'm pitching. From the mound, now you out. I'm walking by, now you flinching. I'm pinching all of your pension. I'm talking all of your digits. I'm coming after it, splitting nothing with you. Yeah, you finished.
moving like a Mack truck, moving like a Mack.
It's like some mixtape type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like some mixtape type shit. Check this out.
Storm. New day, same recipe, beans and peas, shredded cheese. You can feel the energy, it's thick, like a stack of green. Stitched from a foreign cloth, French tapestry. Circle, yeah, I keep it lean. Family's what I call the team. Coaching from the sideline, prime time. This is showtime, this is your time. Let your light shine. I got enough, but I need more. Amped up for the sideshow, practicing my free throw. You everywhere that we go, like same recipe, new whip, same recipe.
So we came up with this idea because it's like JJ and I are rapping about the same things, but it's just a new whip. So it's the same. I'll play the second verse here, but so like it's like the same recipe, but a new whip. And so JJ and I have been rapping about the same things for years. Just like, you know, we're not trying to talk about gangster stuff or ghetto stuff, things that we don't represent or don't know or whatever. So it's like that's where the vibe of this like kind of comes from a little bit.
Same recipe, new whip. Still they gonna hate us, still they gonna
right
chase us. Still gonna be the one who's always dropping more paper. I pack a punch like Pacquiao, I'm buying drinks at happy hour. My sensei gon' beat your ass like a djembe, don't even laugh. All day we float, hands wrapped around in your throat. You a hostage and we all alone, sipping champagne in your boat. Got cameras on this remote, on the island it's remote. Got my drones up, they remote. Start my car with a remote. They try to take my civil liberties, at the same time try to get rid of me. What I'm seeing nowadays sickening, everything stays like littering. My synonyms like cinnamon, drink fireball like a ginger man. I'm not Stan, but love Eminem. I never talk about him and them. I stick to my recipe, just whip it up a little differently. I stay at the HQ cause it's always sucker free. Same recipe, new whip. Same recipe, new whip.
And so the new recipe that we tried with like 6 of these songs is we wrapped them in at regular speed and then sped them up a little bit at the end, you know, in post. And that was the new whip, right? It was like same recipe, but new whip. And so after we did that, we were like, we're going to try a couple more like that. So it's funny.
That's like the opposite of chopped and screwed, huh?
And so like our sound with the faculty is totally different than this. Like it's like hip hop. It's like I mean, I could play. I don't know how much time we got. I could play one of our old tracks, or
play one of the old tracks, and then also play us some more of your production too. Because one of the things
I'll show you a video then of us doing one of our tracks.
What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, share the screen. Hold up, stand by. Stand by. All right, can everyone see that?
Yeah.
All right, so this song, yeah, I'll just play it. I'll just play it. shot the video for this one too.
Time to bet the odds, now they facing us. Hazy like smoke seeping out, need some Nasonex. Air quality like a Mickey D's kids meal. What they giving us, they don't know what the limit is. Insisting in a slim type of feeling kid. Lean down, freeze in the aisle like a criminal. But I just do it like Nike's on a Seminole. Bounce back from shit, yes, literal. Symbols go crash, music is a ritual. Drums low key, and I feel like killing it. Bass too low, hi-hats high, yeah, I like that. Into a night out, just a little nightcap. Vision is to see a new day, then climb back in the driver's seat, full speed like a time lapse. First place victory, nothing else to do now. Milking in the cosigns like I was a cat's cow. Bounce, do it, 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 do it.
This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. Oh yeah.
Take some cover, bro. Learn to say I'm credible. Pressure is everywhere. Learn to be incredible. Passion is cliche. Imagination soars on the stage. When you're ready, you're bound to hear the roars. On the crowds on the surface, cause you're searching for approval of the fans. But fuck it, be yourself and outlast. Give the gas, no stopping when you're really in the zone. Swerving on the 405, I think I hit a cone. Not fearing what's next. People jeering in the streets. Now they snapping all those photos. What is this, TMZ? Talking shit about us. Two-Face, Harvey. Bad shit breaks, Eisenberg, RV. More examples of this comes if you watch TV. I wrote a script that you might see. Sunset Boulevard, nightlife, bright light. Come be the show, it's like fight night hype, right?
This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming.
America, the land of the brave, where we all are enslaved like a ball to a chain. Call it money in the media, media and money. I try to keep it real, they just looking at me funny like what? Never gave nothing to me, so they can never take nothing from me. I'm just living for the day, thanking God every morning. Let the spirit come up on me while I'm yawning like yes. Another day was created, just for me to get created. Yeah, it might sound jaded in a sense, but every minute's well spent. Under the impression that this life isn't it. I make sure my rhymes are aligned when I spit. I make sure my message is truth, then I give it. Speaking to the future, I hope my words mean something. For granted, take nothing.
Yeah. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming. This is America, America dreaming. This is America, America scheming.
Violence brings more violent violence, hatred brings more hatred, love brings love, understanding brings understanding, truth brings truth. What do you bring?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that in a while.
That was dope. And that was you rapping there. Wait, who's playing the guitar though?
So that was Caesar Allen. So he's Googleable, I believe. Caesar Ramirez or Caesar Allen. Now he releases music. He was our guitar player. Sick talent.
Yeah, he was shredding.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if that was you. I could tell that was JJ, but that was you rapping like at the
the
beginning?
first and second verses, yeah, and then JJ was the third verse.
Yeah, that was
Pre-goatee.
dope.
It was pre-goatee. What's that record? What's the one we did with the ballet dancer, Josh, for the
the Light?
soundtrack? Yeah, the Light. That one was dope.
And Josh, you produced that last record, the one you just played, the video.
Yep.
Dope.
That was a collaboration production with different artists that we were involved in. Yeah, because it was a bigger record that had horns in it. I think I had Phil Lassiter. If you look up Phil Lassiter, played horns with Prince, and he's in this sick ass band in Amsterdam. Phil Lassiter blessed me with some horns, and then yeah, I mean, depending on timing or whatever, I could share. It's up to y'all, you know.
Yeah, play like one or two more songs, and then we should definitely bring Eddie into this conversation.
Yeah, maybe we can. Okay, well, this is a fun one, and I'll play it. It's just a fun. We brought in the Pasadena marching band for this one, and the goal for this was just to make a fun record and a fun video that was just like something I've never thought of before. It's almost like Hunger Games, but like modern day. And so we had these girls called the acrobots. And they do handstands on those little Segway device, or not Segway, but hoverboards. So we brought them involved, and so we just had fun with this one.
Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. It's done, never stood a chance, did it for the love, not for the cash. The bottom of the ninth and the base is loaded. Time is now for you to show it. Kirk Gibson, it's over. Dwight Clark in the end zone. Montana, let's go. Bo knows cause he said so. MJ, Tempo, Cassius Clay, Mentor. Did it for the moment, chill with the crowd. Celebration is a party in the house. Saddle up, off you going, no more finito. Adios, I see smoke. Giant killer FIFO. Ready as machetes, we stay sharp. You soft like a teddy. Half pump rock, you got no engine, we push a start. Heavy rotation, we off the charts. Grab the ears and you grab the hearts. No fears when you get up and start. This is the moment that you heard about. Train like a ninja to the right amount. For me to get to this mountaintop, fought hard to get to this mountaintop. Let me have a second to sound off. I'm part of something to be proud of. Something to be proud of.
It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over.
Stand up, stand up. Stand up, stand up. Stand up, stand up. Get up, get up. Lead him like a quarterback. Fourth quarter, 4th and 1. Pull him back, I'm throwing balls. All or nothing, pacing, running. Training like an animal. Balling, chain fanatical. My faculty is radical. Radical. Going ham, all bacon, throwing fine. Troy Aikman, X Factor, Dez Bryant, Darth Vader, Open Raiders. Howie Long, Hall of Famer, LT, Lawrence Taylor, OT, GSD or D or get shit done. Late night, alright. Put in work until it's right. Chef Curry baseline, feel gold every time. Handles like a 9/11 crossover, saving grace. Jumper last, second game over in your face.
It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending you back home. This game is over. This game is over. You know we will. You know we will. We will. You know we will. You know we will. World Series attitude, Super Bowl magnitude, alley-oop, slam dunk, King James with the follow-up. Dub Nation long range. NASCAR switching lanes. With a magic striker team. Back-to-back win-win. It's time to pack your bags. I'm sending.
So yeah, this girl Summer Rona, she's doing cool things right now. She's teaching a mentorship in LA with some of the like hottest hit makers in the music business, and she's also turning one of her like life moment songs into a Broadway musical. So she's like doing a whole bunch of random ass shit. And so
Wow, damn.
it's
And
fun.
was this made in LA or was this made?
Yeah, made in LA. I forget the studio name. But it was I knew somebody which gave us a room that was usually this like really expensive price for like this really intermediate, like maybe pay the janitor price. Like, and so I took it and I was like, fuck it, let's do it. I started
there
making
you go.
calls and got people to do things and built the budget, and JJ and I pitched in and made it happen, you know. So
That's dope.
it's fun, yeah. It's good times.
And you made the beat for that one as well.
Yeah, so I originally started that beat in Logic, sent it over to someone else, and it was all reconstructed. A lot of times I would make like the samples and the roughs, and because I was friends and working with these musicians that, at least in my opinion, I thought were on God levels compared to what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? So I would make the ideas, send it to them, and they would turn it into this full production, and then I would be able to be like, how about a guitar here that's like... And he would be able to, okay, I understand what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, good. It's funny.
That's producing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Got another one in us? You want something fun? You want a commercial? You want a short film?
I don't know. What do folks want to see? Your choice.
This was a fun one. Let's just go fun.
Yeah.
It's payday today, and everything's looking good. It's payday, and everything's looking good. Alright, everything's gonna be alright. It's alright, alright, everything's gonna be alright. Alright, everything's gonna be alright. Yeah. Alright, everything's gonna be alright.
Listen up as I speak in the night. This roller coaster that I call life. The ups and downs, the drunks and clowns, the times that I pushed too hard and I fell down towards the gutter. Thought I was smooth, can't believe it's not butter. Got no groove, he would stutter. And get home late, but never scorned by his mother, hooked up by his brother. Uncles were there for him to learn a lesson, but his steps kept the fortune teller guessing. Palm read this, I got the gall of a 10-foot kid. Paul assist, half alchemist. Walk in the room, no sound, just bliss in the mix. In Cali got friends in places so high. Wake up with a bow tie.
Alright, everything's gonna be alright.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, everything's gonna be alright. Alright, everything's gonna be alright. Alright, everything's gonna be alright.
You need a smile on your face? See a dentist, hashtag this. I'm the new apprentice. Production on lock like my last name was Yamaha. Gotta be brave.
Time to do the tomahawk.
Stop, chant, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. The city's so fresh, what time is it? Might get pumped up like a vitamin. Off the wall like I drink a pint of gin. But you do to the ones who fight for it. Live free or don't live at all. Some give half, but me I give it all. Till I fall or faint, no
no saint, I sin. But it's alright because I'm human. Try to be better than I was before, but you can't buy humility at the store.
I got skills like a door-to-door salesman. Anything you want, I can get it. If it's broke, I fix it. Give me them digits. Chop it up and serve it. Call me Chef Curry. 3-point play. I say it's nothing. Baseline jumper. Sound click thumper. Always working. Always worth it. Practicing my free throw because y'all play fast. You already know it's going down. Move left to the right, then bounce back. The roof is on fire. The roof is on fire. We ain't got no water, so we roast marshmallow. Try to hand me lemons, but I made lemonade. When it's hot outside, I'll be chilling in the shade like, hey. I ain't tripping on them, just dipping on them hot like pancakes, butter with the scissors on them.
Alright, everything's gonna be alright.
Just another fun, wild night in LA, and through knowing someone gave me access to their studio, no charge. So I invited a bunch of our friends over that I've already been casting in my Time Warner commercials. And we had a commercial the day after, and I invited everyone. I was like, come on out for a video shoot, everybody. And you know, just made some fun stuff happen. Rented a cop car for no reason. Made it part of the thing. This guy's in a bunch of big movies now. He's in The Rock show, the show with The Rock, the TV show on
Young Rock.
Yeah, Young Rock. Yeah, he plays one of the wrestlers on that show. He's a good guy, good friend of mine. But it's crazy to see. One of these girls here is like the Wendy's girl or something. It's like all these people we've worked with have gone on to do such amazing things, you know, and so it's just awesome. And now I get to, you know, part of what I get to do is share my experiences with the kids, you know, and show them, you know, teach them some skills, you know, maybe a little Photoshop, maybe a little video editing, maybe a little inspiration, maybe a beat making day, you know, so. You know, that's you know, just a blessing on blessing right there.
So let's bring Eddie into the conversation. I met you through Eddie, and Eddie Campos is an incredible educator, advocate, activist, teacher, community organizer, visionary, etc. It's really an honor and a privilege to have you on the show here. I know you're a big hip hop head and fan. Kind of do your thing. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Eddie, and how you got into doing what you're doing, how you got with optics, all that.
Yeah, man. It's an honor to be here. First of all, this is super cool. I'm not a beat maker, but like you said, Dr. Gann, I'm a big hip hop head. My whole life, I think, since Run DMC, you know what I mean? Even before that, I think in 5th, 6th grade, or I can't even, you know, those are the vivid memories. But yeah, I've been educator. I was just thinking about it for like 25 years. Actually, I was just thinking about that right now. But been in education for about 25 years. I was a computer programmer, software consultant for about 3 years before that in the Bay Area in Silicon Valley. And then, but haven't looked back since. Love being in education. Taught high school math and computer science for most of those years. And then the last, I'd say, 8 years, I left the classroom and became a consultant. But I would say, like, even when I was in the classroom, like, I was bringing hip hop culture into the classroom. Like, I feel like I was innovating what the classroom looked like, especially a high school math class, like where a lot of kids don't have good experiences. A lot of trauma happens with math and stuff. So I had co-wrote a big grant at my high school and painted the classroom walls with whiteboard paint. So I had whiteboard paint all around, so students would be up doing math on the wall. Wrote a small music grant with some beat pads for Bogle Music Studio with the beat pads with iPad stuff. Had PA speakers, had a Serato DJ turntables in there, so kids could just vibe while they were and make music and spin, play DJ while they were doing music or doing math, make it a fun environment. So it's kind of cool that kids used to think that it was an art class, and they would think that I taught art in there. I was like, well, it's another creative subject. Like, math is creative. We need creative problem solving. Computer science, you need creativity. And then became a consultant, did some consulting for a while. When I left the classroom, I worked for Brown University for about 3 years for computer science algebra curriculum program. So I was teaching teachers this bootstrap program, which is like computer science, teaching algebraic concepts with through computer science as a research project out of Brown. So that was cool. I did that for like 3-4 years. I still do some training for them during the summers. So big firm, huge computer science advocate, STEM advocate. And so I started at the county office, Kings County Office of Education here in Central California, which is about an hour away from Fresno, if y'all are familiar with that, just in the middle of California. And then I had met JJ, actually. The reason I even know Josh, it comes down to JJ here, who I met first, because I would get off teaching and then go into this. There was a local bomb restaurant that a buddy of mine owns, a Mediterranean gastropub that my buddy Shafiq Dada owns. And JJ was the bartender there. JJ always had the personality and the smile, like, people would gravitate toward. He was the perfect bartender. And we talk about hip hop, education, life, and then I had this opportunity to do this keynote, like a really big keynote. I started to do presenting and speaking, and I was like, man, I got this idea for this keynote. I want to swing for the fences. I feel like doing like a little version of a rap, you know what I mean? And then I was like, but I've never done anything like that before. And JJ's like, man, I'll help you out. I'll be on stage with you too. He goes, I'll give you the comfort so I could be the hype man while you catch your breath in between verses. I was like, so like JJ helped me out with that. Like, I mean, put in work. JJ helped me like take risks. And then that, knocked it out the park. That led to like a lot of other opportunities. And then I think connecting after that sometime is when I met Josh, and Josh was not living in the area, even though he was from Visalia at the time, but met him and his wife, I think at Rocky Hill Brewery, right? I think that was when. And then like fast forward to, I'm working at Kings County, and my colleague Liz and I, Liz Norris, who's the principal at JCM, we were both consultants at the time, and the pandemic hit, and we're not wanting to do whatever the hell we were supposed to be doing. So we started moonshot dreaming about how we used to each use hip hop in our classes, her as a English teacher, and how she used to analyze poetry and rap lyrics as poetry with her students, and me, how I had the mobile music studio in my math class. And we started talking about that. She's like, we should do that again and have like a mobile studio that we could lend out to schools. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And so something happened, and fast forward at the end of the summer, Liz called me and she was like, hey, that thing we're talking about, let's do it. I just became part-time principal at the juvenile court school. Like Liz, she's a whole different level of leader.
She's incredible.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth Norris is amazing. And there's nothing she can't do. and she will find ways to make it happen, which is awesome. And so she says, yeah, I'm the part-time principal at this juvenile court school. Let's get that mobile music, that studio going that you were talking about. And she goes, but let's do it like professional grade equipment. And I was like, oh, all the stuff I had done was like iPad stuff. You Googled stuff. Like, I have no expertise. I said, but I got homeboys. I got a crew. I got a network. So I called up JJ, and then JJ said, you should hit up Josh. He's moving back to the area. So then it was like, Josh, hey, can you submit like 2-week contract? What would that be? You can get paid to come in and teach these kids, to consult, build the music studio, build 3 music studios for JC Montgomery, and then teach these kids, So Liz and I co-wrote some hip hop lessons, and then Josh co-wrote too, but Josh was really the teaching artist that kind of drove the driving force of it. And then I brought in another buddy of mine, Eric Gonzalez, who runs a nonprofit. He's a graffiti artist that runs a graffiti art nonprofit, social justice, community-based art projects. Urbanist Collective, amazing group. So we were representing hip hop culture, just bringing in young local artists, right? So, yeah, and then, I mean, from there, it's just been growing. That was like 3.5 years ago. And then, so then we just finished the 3rd iteration of that program. And it's dope. You know what I mean? It's like, even just being a hip hop head and being around it and being able to see the magic that like Josh and then JJ got to come in one day. I did like a djembe drum circle jam session with the kids. Like, you know, to watch these youth actually like, you know, get regulated so much that I can see those childhood smiles, that they can actually be the children, be allowed to be the children that they are and be their, you know what I mean? Like to see that happen is like pretty powerful. And just the fact that I have friends like this, you know what I mean? And they're connected, and then get to make new friends, you know, like Dr. Gann, and, you know, and then appreciate each other's work and start working together and thinking of ideas of how we can keep growing this thing. Cause I feel like the team just gets like stronger. It's like every new day, we gotta, you know what I mean? Or even Dr. Gann, we've had conversations the last couple of weeks about like another grant, Puerto Rico, the, you know, computer science and hip hop, you know, like, so this it's cool, man. It's all love. I don't know. I just feel blessed to be at the position I am in my life. You know what I mean? To be in education, doing stuff I love with people I love, and shit. The fact that I get to do hip hop and go to work, that's fucking ridiculous.
It's amazing, right?
It's fucking amazing. That's just
the dream come true.
It was all a dream. I keep saying that all the time. I'm like, I'm not gonna pinch myself.
And you were the teacher with the Tupac like picture on your desk, right? Before it was like a thing or cool, right?
Oh yeah. Well, a long time ago, I went to Chicago, this Museum of Science and Industry. That was like, man, like 2000, 2001. And they had like they had this hip hop exhibit there. It was so dope. And they had like Biggie's clothes, Tupac's notebooks. And I always like loved the fact that I got to be this close to Tupac's notebook. You know what I mean? And so I had like pictures of Tupac's clothes and Biggie's clothes and Tupac's notebook in my class. And this was like in 2004 through 2006. And then so the kids would be like, what is that composition notebook? And then I was like, oh, that's Tupac's notebook. They were like, what? I was like, yeah, you know. The kids thought it was as dope as I did. They're like, you listen to Tupac? I was like, yeah, you know. So.
And that really drew them in, right? And I mean, you're like you said, you got like turntables or a DJ controller for your classroom. Like I heard, like from what I remember,
there'll be a movie about him one day,
right? Like you had a lot of kids in your classroom, like people, like the kids that weren't even in your class, right?
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. You know how it is where like people are like, oh, I'm having trouble. Can you take this student? Yeah, like. Well, you met a lot of my teacher friends, Dr. Gann, at the pizza spot. You and Josh did, like, and that was the crew back then. Like me, my friend Steve Shamelby, Lisa Allen, we were the crew that, like, when students would be disruptive or whatever, oh, send them to Ed for math, Steve for history, Lisa for history. So, and we're like, dude, come on, you know what I mean? Come on, whatever, we got you, whatever. And we'd have no beef with those kids whatsoever, you know, like it was just you know how it is, you know what I mean? But we just create that environment and you know, let the kids be into what they're into, you know what I mean?
What would you say your driving force is?
For like, so
for what you do. I mean, you know, like how does one go about like deciding they're gonna do that, or you know, what influenced you to do that?
I don't know, man. I just get like bored, dude. Like what do I don't want to be the same as everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like I almost left teaching. I will say that I almost left teaching because I was copying what other people was doing, and I was like, man, this is not, you know, the teachers that were right above me, like, even though God bless them, but that wasn't my style at all. And I wasn't happy being like doing that because I wasn't myself as a teacher yet. I was playing the role of a teacher that I probably saw on TV or like, you know what I mean? Like, so I didn't really grow into being myself, my authentic self as a teacher till probably like 8 years in, you know, trying to, you know what I mean? Whatever media, the system, whatever, you know, does to you. But then I feel like after a while, it's like, I stopped giving, you know, giving a shit about it. And then talking to the kids being real. And then when you start talking to them like that, they're like, oh, that's cool, man. You're talking about, like, I remember when NWA's when the movie came out, the Straight Outta Compton movie came out.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I went with my buddies from high school and we brown bagged it and drank 40s right before we went to go watch the movie because that's how we used to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and then all I know is for the next week, I was just like, that was the most brilliant filmmaking I've seen. It was like Martin Scorsese, Ice Cube is like Martin Scorsese, you know what I mean? Like the writer, the cinematographer. And then, so I be talking to these kids about it, and the kids are like, dude, I can't believe that my math teacher likes like NWA. I was like, bro, I was in 6th, 7th grade when that stuff was out. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? Like, and so it's funny because they started calling me Straight Outta Campos. Yeah. That was funny.
Amazing.
And then I was like, that's actually pretty funny. And then they were like, yeah, you should make a sticker. You should make posters. And then I was like, what am I gonna do with that? Oh, I'd put that sticker on my skateboard, Campos. And I was like, all right. So I would order up some stickers, got me on the sticker kick. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think like what I've learned is what I'm happy, like where I'm at in my position is that I think I'm becoming my authentic self, which allows students to be their authentic self. You know what I mean? And other teachers too, because I get to work with a lot of other young teachers. They're like I never met a teacher like you. I was like, bro, you're a teacher like me. You know what I mean? Like you need to stop trying to be somebody else. The reason why people have imposter syndrome is because that they're trying to be someone else that they're not. You know what I mean? When I think is you just stay true to who you are. And it doesn't have to be hip hop. It could be like, you love country. Bring your love of country music into your classroom. You know what I mean? Because then people are like, I don't care about, what is it, like Star Trek or Star Wars or, you know what I mean? But I respect Comic-Con and the passion that I'm like, that's awesome. I want to learn, you know what I mean? I want to know why you love that so much. So I think as long as you bring whatever, you know, you love into the classroom. I just got a lot of love for things. I love technology. I love hip hop, you know, culture, you know, so connecting people.
Yeah, I think you're like me. You're passionate about hyper connector, connecting people.
Yeah.
You got to meet so and so. You got to get people together. Yeah. So what do you see moving forward in terms of hip hop education? You know, beat making. What are you looking forward to? What are you looking for?
Well, personally, like as an artist wise, I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. My favorite artist right now is La Russell from Vallejo.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if you listen to La Russell, but that cat, dude, to me is like operating on a whole other level of like engagement. Like, you know, you talk about Dr. Travis's model. I feel like his individual empowerment, community empowerment, like, man, that cat is living and breathing it. You know what I mean? But setting up the stage in his backyard, and now he's selling split stocks in his in himself as an artist and his shows, like is innovating. I mean, I just love innovation. And I think that's what I love is innovation, trying out new stuff, taking risks. And with what we're doing with school, because nobody's doing, I love the fact that California is ahead of the game when it comes to like having a concerted effort to bring hip hop in education. But even with that said, I feel like, you know, what Josh and Eric and what we're doing at JCM is like so far ahead of the game, especially being in a juvenile court school setting. You know what I mean? Like it's ahead of the game at a comprehensive high school, but it's happening with incarcerated youth. You know what I mean? Like, and it needs to be happening everywhere else. And the state has already made, like Liz and has made a really good connection with Allison Frenzo at the CDE, California Department of Education.
Oh yeah.
And she loves us, you know what I mean? So like, and they've been like hyping JC Montgomery as like the model school, model program, because, you know, we had this conversation earlier that you have hip hop artists like Josh and JJ that, you know what I mean? That love hip hop, but then you get into life and your career, you know what I mean? Like you hit to the 30s, the 40s, you know what I mean? And then it's like the athletes, like you're a badass athlete, and then, you know, you didn't go pro and get that platinum. Like, all right, what am I gonna do? But you can still coach. You know what I mean? Like you can still coach and have a really awesome career. Well, that's what's happening with hip hop right now in California, I feel, because you got, you know, like Josh is getting a CTE, right? CTE teaching credential to be an arts and media entertainment teacher. Like, and dude, how many local hip hop artists do we have that would jump on that and be like, what? I could have summers off, good insurance, teach hip hop, maybe coach a sport too, you know what I mean? Work with kids, and then You know, I feel like, you know, like when I feel like we're lucky because we get to work with youth, but when you bring people in who don't get to work with youth that often, they're like, oh yeah, this is cool. You know what I mean? Like, because it's the best thing there is, man, to me. I know JJ came in like last 2 months ago, and he hadn't come in yet. And then the vibe they set with the drums and everything was like off the hook. And I heard JJ after lunch, overheard him say, man, this is so much fun. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to come do music, talk to teachers, talk to students. And I was like, well, let's make that happen. Let's keep making that happen, because it's setting itself, you know, everything is aligning to make this happen.
Yeah, there's enough food for everyone to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so I see us growing this network, you know what I mean? I see us, and when I say us, like, you know, Josh, JJ, Dr. Gann, the crew, like really setting up nice models in California, you know what I mean? To show folks, because they're already listening now. People are paying attention. There's a buzz, I feel.
Yeah.
And now it's like reaching out to go beyond the juvenile court school. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? Like let's not keep this secret to us, you know?
Yeah. No, that's super dope. So for you, let's just talk beats for a second. Favorite beats, favorite producers? What's your favorite?
I'll probably say the RZA. Like, I think the RZA, as far as producer, like super creative, like sounds. I've never heard you know, who did the Deltron 3030?
Dan the Automator.
Dan the Automator.
I
Like,
wanted to
with
buy
that
some
kick ball.
violence.
yeah. I feel like that one like blew my damn mind. Like, I think my brain was like spilled all over the floor.
So good. Yeah.
Like that one, I think that's timeless. You know what I mean? Like those sounds and the melodies that are in that track are like freaking amazing. You know.
Yep. He's an incredible and underrated producer for sure. Definitely slept on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess Premier, of course.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know if I know enough about his work, but just watching, I got to watch because I don't know a lot about the beat making as it is, but I watched the Nas masterclass on the art of storytelling, and just watching him work with Hit Boy and the relationship that they have. And I think that's what you were talking about, like how you just punch in, like that's what I was just like super impressed with that, like how fast that happens. But I do see how Josh, you know, does versions of that with the youth. So
dope. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, the both
Yeah,
of
man.
you. Eddie, it's a pleasure to have you on here too, and it was it was great to hang out with you in the Valley, down in Kings County, and Josh as well. I love your guys' spirit. I love what you do with the youth, and how forward thinking you are, how open you guys are. I think that's what we need more of in the world, in education and in general. And I would say even in hip hop, you know, that's where the Kendrick Lamars come from, and the innovators, and you know, so I commend you for that, for the great work that you're doing, and for being so open, you know, receiving me with open arms, and you know, and coming on our, you know, our live stream and joining us. You're now part of the community. You know, you're always welcome back. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Any final things before we sign off?
He was mentioning Nas, and so I just wanted to shout out how dope it was of Nas to do a collaboration with 21 Savage. And because 21 Savage was doing an interview and he said Nas was irrelevant or something. And instead of Nas going to whatever, you know, Nas is such a grown man, hip hop. I don't know if you heard his new album, the Part 3, but it's just like that. It's just chock full of bars of just like growth and like sustainability and like life, as opposed to what like the mainstream tries to shove down us with like death and you know killing and whatever, all the violence. And so it's like to have a guy like Nas in there actually doing like, you know what I'm saying, all gamuts of not just hip hop, but he's taking hip hop
through all these different levels, just like some of the other greats has transponded hip hop and making it to where we're able to do what we're doing. Because without the Nas's and the people like them, there wouldn't be chances for us to go help the kids and spread music, you know, much less hip hop. So I mean, just giving a shout out to all the ones that have done it before us to get it to the point where I can even talk about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So that's about it. I don't know. All the ones that came before us.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Just dropped some game on us. I have been sleeping on that Nas record, and I know I have to listen to it with you know, like in a sitting all the way through the King's Disease. So thank you so much. Pleasure to have you on here.
Thank you,
make sure
doctor.
yeah, no, it's, you know, make sure to send those flips through. Put them on the beat tape. I was really enjoying them. They were raw and gritty. Speaking of like RZA, like the grimy, gritty. Yeah, and I just want to tap in with the rest of the folks who are still with us. Y'all feel like doing some BYO Beats open beat cipher, or should we close it down for the evening? We could do like one beat each, or a couple beats each, or something like that. We got some world-class folks in here. I'm not sure if Brain and UA have stepped away from the computer, but Noof, if you got some 404 loops you want to run, I was really feeling what you were playing last week. Let's see, is Noof with us?
Cool.
Yeah, Noof, run it.
Yeah. Wrong channel.
With that note.
There we go. Couple of quickies.
Yeah, man, that first one was grimy gully.
I remade the beat I did on the 707 just in the 404 just quickly. So yeah, it comes up with got a different sound.
Do you like the compression and the kind of the sound more, or what's your feeling on the 404?
Well, they've both got a couple of they share effects. This one's got some that this one doesn't have, but the way some of the effects are implemented, like they're essentially the same effect, but there's different settings you can tweak. You know, I've actually learned about one of the effects in this from using this. So you know, but this one I find it's much easier just to get from. You've got to faff about with the 707 to get samples to play all the way through. Like you've got to whereas this I can just slam it down and I get to the core of it quicker, you know. Plus the effects are just a much more kind of usable. Like what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks is making the track in the 707 but putting it through the effects on the 404. So you know, yeah.
You're saying Brain should get a 404 and start doing
I say everyone should get a 404.
Yeah.
I think it's like
the people demand it, Brain. Beats that time.
I mean, I sacrificed a lot, but I paid it off in 4 installments, and I thought, you know, I've got to really kind of, you know, and it has been a game changer in terms of my workflow, you know. And a lot of stuff now I'm actually just recording straight to 2 channels on the computer and just jamming away, like the whole loop. The 40 seconds that you get looping back on stuff, I just thought, well, why don't I just jam away and then cut out a nice chunk and then pop that back into the sampler when I want to play that particular phrase live. So, you know, that's how I'm kind of building up stuff now, is start with a little donut and then kind of build little bits in and out, you know. So, yeah.
Well, I love it, man. I'm glad you got it, and it's beautiful to see you using it, and all the donuts, man. They're fire. Keep on making them.
Thank you. Cheers.
Absolutely. All right, UA, Brain, you guys you ready to drop something in the open cipher? Brain, you want to go?
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah. Put on your crash helmets. Double serving.
Well, I got one or I got two.
Hey, go ahead, play two.
I got chill one and I got.
Hit us with the spicy curry and then the cucumber sauce, the mango lassi after.
Try to remember. Try not to play anything that I played last week. I think I'm trying to. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
You know what? I got one more groove on the play.
Do it. The drums on the last one were crazy. You're a bad man. That was sick.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he really is. Well, it's Brainy. It's great to have you as part of the Cypher and community, man. What you do with beats and music is pretty damn remarkable. Is a beautiful thing to hear it.
Man, I'm glad that found this and came.
Yeah, man. All right. Pass the ox, as it were, to
Sorry.
young UA, Urban Acoustics.
And try not to do me too greasy, OG.
Oh no. No.
No.
Man.
Yeah, 2 and pass.
Time I hear it, I was just like, whoa. Okay. Let's see. All right, I might have a little something. Let me see what I got here. I'm gonna have to do. I might be able to. I'm gonna do this computer audio share thing. Let's see what I got here. All right. Wasted in Slovenia as an AJ Hall flip. I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to see what I got on the computer here that I've bounced down recently. I mean, I'm just gonna be boring and play the one flip from last week and then maybe one other one. All right, and then I have one. Actually, I want UA to hear this. I don't think he was in here yet when we played flips. So this is one of the flips from this week. Incorporates 2 different samples.
And dope flip.
Thank you, sir. That was a quick little one I did, trying to, incorporate 2 of the samples, make them fit, play with some effects and such. So that is what I got. So I think it's about time to wrap it up. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks again, as always, for joining.
Real quick though, you mind?
Yes.
Hey guys.
You mind if I play UA my flip?
No, please. You should
Yeah,
I'll play all your flips.
I wanted to hear this one specific.
All right. Man, that was crazy. I don't know how you pulled that beat from that, like just the creativity around it, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I definitely combined it with a different sample, obviously. But
Yeah. Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah.
Love the balance on that, the bass, man. Dope.
I did the Scooby joint too.
See, I
play the
wanted to
Scooby
do,
joint.
I wanted to do something with that. I just couldn't figure it out.
I did the same thing I did with the first one. They go for it.
and crazy, crazy feels on there. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with y'all.
No, I mean, I was I was gonna say, would you play those on the Gauntlet? I know you do the Gauntlet a lot.
No, I ain't played nothing I played on here. I haven't played it. I sat out the Gauntlet the whole year.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Exclusive.
Just because I wasn't making what I wanted to make. You know what I'm saying? Like I was so worried about making battle beats and trying to make shit that, would fit that type of thing.
Yeah.
And once I was like, fuck that, and I just started just making shit that I wanted to make, bro. I was making I promise you, bro, I've been on like a 5 a day.
Yeah, that's dope.
5 a day.
And that's with a
amazing.
job. You feel me? Like I'm making beats on my I'm making beats on my lunch break, everything, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you got that. What you do on Sundays? I know you post. I've seen like 2 different segments. Is it like Sunday Murder and Sunday Peace?
Yeah, it's like Sunday Groovage and Sunday Violence.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I always post like a crazy one and then like a real like chill groove.
Yeah. Keep it going, man. You're inspiring, man.
Keep it going. Yeah, I was. It's a miracle if I make 1 a day. 5 a day. I can only imagine. That's incredible. Incredible.
And I'm making more than that. Like the other ones, I'm probably like scrapping. You know what I'm saying? Like I scrap more beats than most people make in a day.
Wow.
I believe it. Sometimes to make good beats, you got to make bad beats.
Exactly. And it's up to you. And it's up to you to get to a point to where you realize it's a bad beat. It's like, I done tried everything on this shit, man. I'm going to just erase this.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a big old GBC scrap folder.
Yo, your scraps would be fire too, I know.
Nah.
Yeah, see, your scraps are fire, but like mine, like I don't know, bro.
Just as equal fire. Yeah.
I gotta wrap it up, but appreciate y'all being here. Take care, be well, and catch us soon next weekend.
See you guys. Peace, New.
Take care. Look out
Here,
yourself,
y'all.
guys.